After the recent trouble at Joliet Prison, state corrections officials there said that they will never be able to solve the gang problem until the communities do. With that in mind, we thought that you'd be interested in seeing a report on a Chicago organization called B.U.I.L.D. No, the cops didn't do badly for a bunch of old guys, and neither does Bob Jemilo, a tough-talking ex-boxer who started B.U.I.L.D. 6 years ago. Started it to put into practice some of the things he'd learned in 11 years of social work.
Well, for me to say that we're going to be substitute parents and we're going to make 4,000 pillars of society would be a bunch of crap. We start off on a very simple, basic premise that we'd look at an individual, say, where is he at now, and how can we tailor-make a program for his own growth and for the growth of his community. And we have a ladder system. As I mentioned, 250 jobs about last summer, full-time people that were working for us. And they start off at different levels and gradually assume more and more responsibility. We know how important it is to an image to be able to earn something, but if they view it as a rip-off, you're not helping them mentally. You're putting some money in their pocket, which in a poor area I don't discount either. But the important thing is to put some money in their pocket and build up, let them provide some services and build up their self-concept while they're hopefully building up the self-concept of others. And we don't look at the person who stays with B.U.I.L.D. the rest of his life because with $250,000, how many jobs can we offer? We look at it's an oasis in a desert where they can come and get their heads together, get refreshed at a time when there's a lot happening and negative stuff on the street. If we can keep them from falling all the way down and getting the sheet on them or putting that needle in their arm or picking up that gun and sticking up somebody, if we can keep them from doing that and through that rough edges, and then they got to spin off and make it on their own. We can open, we can get the knock on and make the door open, but they got to get up and then take it from there.
And so I think
keeping that oasis in the desert green is a full-time job for Jemilo, partially funded by state and federal grants. B.U.I.L.D. also relies on private contributors to meet its $243,000 a year budget.
We're talking about making up 20,000 in a period of a bad economy. So I think our work is cut out for us in terms of what the financial picture looks like for this year.
The fact that Jemilo has kept his organization small, his books in order, and yet been able to involve more than 4,000 young people impresses businessmen. And it convinced Sun-Times publisher Marshall Field, who is now a B.U.I.L.D. backer.
I never met a gang kid that was enthusiastic about anything, and they were enthusiastic about B.U.I.L.D. And I found this impressive.
It's nice to see an organization that doesn't want to get big just for the sake of getting big.
That's what Bob Jemilo really feels is the hallmark of his success. Once you get too big, he feels you lose that contact which is so necessary with the street to keep in touch with the kids.